Mass Movement in the spotlight.
All right, tonight we are so thrilled to be joined by Russell Brand. How are you, my man?
I'm very well, thank you, Joe.
I'm super excited that you're here because over in Europe, you are just a huge celebrity that I don't know if America realizes that. I first got hooked on you when you were doing a radio show.
Ah, the radio show, yes. I'm very fond of that, just the memory of it, because you are obviously a radio DJ. It's a very beautiful medium if handled carefully.
What exactly happened there? Because I don't want to get thrown off the air either. What went down?
The print media is collapsing due to the internet. The only way they can keep themselves alive is through kind of campaigns. So if they find something they can campaign about, they'll go for it. Also, the privately owned media do not like publicly funded media. I was on the BBC, the biggest publicly funded media out in the world. Me and Jonathan Ross did a tiny little bit of a scandal, that's a banana arriving for me, where we left an answer phone message on the answer phone machine of the grandfather of a member of a dance troupe that I once seduced, and it led to chaos.
So speaking of seduction, is it true that you've, pretty much slept with 90% of Europe?
I do not know the percentages. It's impossible to look at things in those terms. But on the road to love, I did conduct a very thorough auditioning process.
So give me some tips. When I'm out at a bar, what's a good way to just properly seduce a lady?
All right, Joe. You've got to place your strengths. Now, to me, you seem like a twinkle-eyed mirth maker. So I think you need to make direct eye contact and make them women feel mischief within themselves. And I think people, all of us, to use the lyrics to the theme tune of Cheers, making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Right now, instead of the next bit, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. That's what you say, wouldn't you like to have a really, really powerful orgasm in my mouth?
Now, I noticed your jeans here. Do you think if I wore tight pants that would help things out for me?
Might do, but I think key to seduction and self-empowerment in general is to be the best version of yourself that you can be. So that often don't involve mimicry of another individual. See, me and you, we're different men. We have our own qualities, we have our own faults. And this is the same with all human beings. So you have to celebrate the things about yourself that are lovely and draw a discreet veil over your horrific flaws, and then reveal them later when people are pregnant.
Well, talking about horrific flaws, a lot of the US might have thought when you originally hosted the MTV Video Awards, that was a big introduction to you, that was a little weird. I heard that you didn't even use a lot of the original script because as the show progressed that you were just like, oh my God, what is going on here?
It went crazy, Joe. I misjudged just how many people were prepared to kill for George W. Bush. In future, I will not make jokes about George W. Bush in case I am killed. That's my main lesson.
But you ended up coming back, and it was one of their highest rated episodes ever. And you met the lady there too, I think.
Yeah, what that is there's an extremely loud vocal element of the media everywhere across the world. The people that have had the power for the most time, the far right, they're loud. So initially, when you do something a bit controversial, you think there's been a big reaction. There hasn't. It's just like a big loud fart with no meat to it. And so, I did it the next year as well. But having said that, I did deliberately try and avoid death threats.
Yeah, death threats are not good.
They're better than death, but they are still, they clog up your inbox. And that's not a euphemism, Joe.
I was just going through my mind, trying not to picture you getting your inbox clogged.
That's never going to happen. My inbox is actually an outbox and never to be used for incoming traffic.
Well, we're going to take a quick break and let that imagery fully sink in. More with Russell Brand and his inbox right after this.
Join the movement now at massmovementradio.com.